Hey guys, so today I'm doing a review tutorial impression of the Bare Minerals. This is the new BareSkin foundation. It is their first liquid foundation. There's a ton of other reviews on it, but I'm doing one myself. So I'm going to say straightforward, I did not like it at first. So then I actually started trying it on clients and it was a hit and miss. Some people looked absolutely amazing and gorgeous. Some people it soaked into or would settle into every fine line and pore. And I noticed it wasn't a particular age group. Like it wasn't, like I'd see a 60-year-old it would look amazing on, and then I would see a 20-year-old that it didn't work on. But it's like any foundation, one does not fit everybody universally, unfortunately. Actually, now that I've given it a fair trial and shot, I actually already filmed this video and I accidentally lost it or deleted it, so I'm refilming it. So this is kind of a second impression video. I'm doing a lot what I did in the first one, but honestly I'm kind of glad I got to do it again, because the last video I was still on the fence like, yeah, it's good, it's not the first one I would do, but now that I've actually worn it throughout the day and seen how long it lasts, I like it. I'm really glad I got it. So anyhow, enough of my blabbing and all of that. This is how I put it on. This is my thoughts on it. Continuation from here. Okay, so I already have my eye makeup on. I still don't have any eyebrows on, but I went and primed my face with just a CC cream, and this is the Peter Thomas Roth one. You can use a primer. I just use a moisturizer just because. So the thing about this guy is you do have to shake it. It will separate. So what I found that works the best, and I'm not a fan of this brush. I went over the last video, but since I deleted it, I'm going to go over it again. So what you're supposed to do is there's a little teeny divot right in here. I don't know if you can see that. And then there's kind of a ring around it. And you're supposed to take the product and put it inside the brush here and then buff it over the face. I have tried that on several people and it just doesn't really work. I just feel like the product goes straight down to the bottom of the brush, and I have to wash it at the end of the day about 5 or 6 times just to get all the product, and that's a one-time use on a client. So I feel like it's wasting more product than anything, but it's just my humble opinion. Love Bare Minerals brushes. They last forever. They're good quality. Just this one, they failed. Unless there's somebody out there who likes this brush and knows how to use it, please let me know what your trick is. Or maybe it's just the user. Probably is. Anyhow, so what I tried doing is I took the product and put it on the back of my hand, just a few drops. And how I tried using it is I just took the brush, I just kind of stiffle it in there and then buffed it in from there. And the best way to use it is by buffing it in. I am going to say this really quick, just because I'm sure you'll notice. This is a number 3. This is way too light for me. I am usually in the original formulation. I am medium. So to go from a medium to number 3 is quite the jump. This looks quite white, almost zombie-ish looking on me. I got this in gratis, so they were kind enough to give one to me. So I'm going to do a review on it. I will be using this in the winter time. I usually get quite a bit lighter, so this should work for the winter time, but for right now my face is butt-ass white, so it is way too light. Anyhow, let's get back to so what I didn't like about it, and as you can see it's quite pale. I'm going to warm it up in a little bit, don't worry. So buffing it in, I found with this brush it left some streaking, and it didn't matter how I did it or how little when I went to layer it, it just kept streaking. So I'm not a huge fan. I mean, it works, but I can see streaks in it. I don't know if you can or not, but it just streaks. So what I found that I liked better was just a regular stiffling brush. I'm just gonna take that, and yes, I know I'm buffing it in with a stiffling brush. It's okay. Promise you. Okay, so there's one coat. I feel so pale. So one coat you can still see, it still covers pretty good. You can still see your natural skin through it. It's not bad. I will say I was a little skeptical the very first time I used it, whether I was gonna like it or not. I actually do like it. The more and more I use it, the more I like it. It's still not probably the first foundation I'm going to go for and reach for, but without saying that it's still pretty good. So I'm going to add another layer, just trying to build up to fullest coverage I can get. Okay, so I have 2 coats on, and it covers pretty good. If you have problem skin, if you have problem skin, it's probably not going to cover very well. When I am really broke out, I have a lot of red in my face. It doesn't cover full coverage that way. But so 2 coats right now is what I have on, and I've got pretty much, as I say 2 coats, it's probably more like 3 the way I pile it on. So you can get an almost full coverage. You still obviously are going to need concealer, but other than that, it's not too bad. It still covers. It is quite luminous looking, like it is really shiny looking on camera from what I can see compared to real life. I'm actually going to set it with powder. You can use the Bare Minerals, the Mineral Veil, if you don't need any more coverage, which is fine. I like more coverage. So you could set it with the original, or you can do the Ready foundation. And yes, I have them in these weird clear things because same thing, the rep gave these to me for gratis. Okay, so there we go. All I did was add the medium tan powder on top, and I also added the Bare Minerals blush. This is in the Aphrodisiac, which is this really nice peach color. So that's all I did. You can still see the luminosity from the foundation coming through, which is really nice. So if you actually pair up the Ready foundation and this, as you can see, it is really nice. I absolutely love it. Like I said, it's a little shinier in camera, but looking at it in person, it is an absolutely beautiful finish. I was rather impressed that I can actually achieve that with this. Now let's see, after, since I've done everything, let's see what the touch of the Mineral Veil will do to it. Okay, so I just added a little bit of the Mineral Veil right on top. It cut down a little bit of the shine. I think it's quite the lovely finish. I was not a fan of this foundation when it first came out. In fact, I didn't like it at all. I hated it. So the fact that I've been able to redeem it and actually try it out and give it a second chance. My first video, I was still on the fence about it. Like, I kind of liked it, but then I wasn't sure. What really turned me on is wearing it throughout the day. It lasted on my face quite a while. I think I had it on for probably about 7 hours before it was obvious that my makeup had been on for a long time. But for 7 hours, that's pretty good considering I didn't use a primer or anything like that. I just used the Bare Minerals. But for Bare Minerals' first liquid one, I think it was really good. I like it. I'm still going to use it more towards the winter just so I don't have to look so pale. I did even it out since there was such a contrast, and even it out. So overall, hope you like it. Give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to see my upcoming tutorials, reviews, and makeup looks and all sorts of stuff. And don't forget to follow me on like Facebook and Instagram because you'll see other looks that I don't always do tutorials on. So I'll see you guys next time.